Hello, Huskies back again with more Los Angeles Kings franchise mode commentary in NHL 18. We had a rather productive offseason. We had a big change. We lost our star goaltender Matthew Boyd to free agency. If you didn't read the comments, I actually went back to a previous save to try and sign him. He refused to sign unless I gave him $13 million, and that is too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. That's not gonna fly. So we made the best of it. I traded a whole bunch of prospects, and we got Ralph Shen. Again, you didn't see it because my mic got unplugged, so I didn't want to give you muted a video of the trade. It wasn't much. It was a first round pick, and it was a bunch of prospects. We didn't hurt our NHL team at all. We actually got better. There's a Will Gogol kid came out of nowhere. He's an 87 overall sniper. I'm going to play him on the second line with Larkin and Hosang. These are suggested lines from the comments. Johansson, Point, Roberts on the third line. That third line might struggle to score. Roberts is going to have to do most of the heavy lifting, and he's got offensive capabilities. But at the same time, Point and Johansson both have shown that they can score still. Johansson, 37 years old, still doing all right. And then my fourth line is Nathan Dunkley, Torsten Eriksson, and Orlando Cutler. Dunkley, I tried to replace, and I signed 2 free agents without thinking it. We're going to best lines the AHL. I'm going to show you why I'm upset. I signed a defenseman because he was a 78 Orzerik. Decent. All of the free agents are just rookies. There's nobody out there. They're just unsigned rookies. He's 78. It's like, all right, not bad. I signed a forward. This Martin kid didn't look. He's an enforcer. I'm not going to put an enforcer in my NHL lineup. I don't care even on the fourth line. We're not doing that because he's going to take like 9,000 penalty minutes. So we're just going to leave him in the AHL. We're going to run with Dunkley. Defensively, we were still solid. Riley, Swanson, Cameron, Kopitz, Mikhailski, Kosti. So we're fine defensively, and we got Shen in net. So we should be another cup contender easily. This should by no means struggle at all. But there might be some changing. I mean, this is our first year without Colin White, unfortunately. I should have looked to see where he ended up. But Hosang, Besser, Riley. Game 1, they're already off to a good start. I gotta get some music playing. There we go. So we'll see. This is Alex Tuck still in Vegas. Wow, 10 years later, he's still there. Oh, Jimmy Vesey. Shen struggling with the point shots from the right side. That's not ideal. Both teams have. This is an offensive game. 36-35. Oh wow, 37 shots. Going to overtime because it's the first game of the year. Why not go to a shootout? We do it every freaking year. We actually won in overtime. Kopitz, nice. From the right dot, from the right point. Very nice. All right. We take game 1 in overtime. Interested to see how the team does. We're probably just going to sim all the regular season in this video because, again, we've turned this into a playoff series. Or a playoff commentary, I guess. Playoffs are what you're here for now. The regular season doesn't mean a whole lot because there's no reason that we shouldn't miss the playoffs. It'll be all about cup contenders. I mean, if we start to struggle, I'll look to start making moves, but I'm happy with the way our team looks. Unless there's a waiver claim that comes up that's better than Dunkley, I don't see a need to change anything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We did just win a Stanley Cup. It took 9 years to do it and a completely revamped roster. There's not a single player here from the LA days of from when I started. The roster is completely different. I would have loved to have won with Kopitar and Doughty, but their cap hits. Kopitar's in particular, it's just not something you can work with because he doesn't put up points to match that. His intangibles don't line up the same as they do in real life. Like $10 million to Kopitar in real life makes sense. He's a perennial Selke Trophy candidate. He's one of the best two-way forwards in all of hockey. But that two-way forwards don't translate well to simming if you're not putting up 80 points. So it's tough to qualify a $10 million guy. I mean, sure, plus minus. And I could look at giveaways and takeaways, but giveaways and takeaways are never right. They're always wrong. A guy will play 82 games and only have 12 takeaways, but he'll have 360 giveaways. Or it might be the other way around, but one of them is greatly misproportioned to the other one. So the sim stats are a little off. I don't know why I'm scouting. I don't need to. We're 18-6 currently. 19-6, beat the Oilers. Suck it, Comrie. Sometime during this video, we're gonna go see where Colin White ended up, and we're gonna see if he returned to form, because I fully anticipate Colin White being a 40-goal scorer this year, whatever team he's on, just because I let him go. But again, I couldn't risk running $7.8 million on a third-line center who can't get above 15 goals now. Maybe he just had one off season, and maybe I jumped the gun, but I mean, I think we're doing all right without him. We'll have to, again, I'll have to see how that third line's doing, because we are kind of struggling. We were 11-1 or something, and now we're 24-11. I mean, it's still 24-12. It's still a very good record. Don't get me wrong. Every 2 wins, we're losing a game, so that's what you want. Kalinin for a 3rd and a 5th. I don't need defense. If this was a bottom 6 forward, I'd consider it, but he's probably like a 70. Oh, he's an 80. That's not, well, look at his defense, though. 97 stick checking, or 97 shot blocking, 90 stick checking, 85 defensive awareness. Dmitry Kalinin. It's tempting, but he doesn't have a lot of discipline, so he'll probably take a lot of penalties. So I'll pass on that. And again, I don't need my defense is good. Like, considering where our defense was when we got rid of Doughty, we've let me get a little closer to where my mic is plugged in so I don't accidentally unplug it. That's the last thing I need is to do that again. Alright, so where are we at in the division? We are 2nd behind the Oilers, 3 points. They have 55, we have 52. The Pacific Division is by far the best division in the NHL in this GM run, with the Atlantic close behind. The Central's been pretty crap the past couple of years, and the Metro's a joke. It's pretty much the Pacific versus the Metro, or Pacific versus the Atlantic every year. Let's see what we're at points-wise. We've obviously got a pretty even breakthrough. I mean, Swanson's a plus 15. Besser's a -1. Zadina's a -3. Zadina's got 12 points. He has 12 points. Pasternak has 19. Zadina has 12. And Besser has 15. So that first line just, they're not clicking right now. I'm not going to change it because I think that it'll work itself out. And that line played together all last season, and they had what? They were a point per game line. Yeah, they had 82 points. I mean, Besser had 83 the year prior. So I'm just going to give them some time. They'll figure it out. Our second line's picking up the slack. Larkin's a plus 12. Hosang's got 18 points. Gogol's got 15, so he's starting to make his way in. Points get 18. I mean, so our bottom 6 is doing all right, which is what I was concerned about. But again, Kopitz and Cameron, stay out of the penalty box. God damn it. How's Shen doing? 19-10, a 930 save percentage, 188 goals against, so he's doing great. Even Burkle, 935 and a 172. How is the Snake? Boyd, 17-10 with a 935 and a 209. So Shen's actually got a better save percent, or better goals against. I want to see Colin White. Show me Colin White. I have no idea what team he went to. Tyson Jost, my boy, putting up big numbers. McDavid's got 47 points. Get out of here, man. Where was that McDavid? I'm still... Oh, there's Colin White. He went to Minnesota. So, of course, he stayed in the division. Because... Oh, no, he didn't. He went to the Central. He's got 10 goals and 10 assists and 20 points. That's not nearly as impressive as his older seasons, where he had 30... So, he might be coming down. That's actually... So, that me dumping him might be okay. Keep that in mind. Minnesota and Boston are the 2 teams I want to keep an eye on. Okay. Good to know. Alright. Go back to Simeon. Again, I don't need to change anything. We're 3 points behind the President's Trophy leading Edmonton Oilers, so... The President's Trophy is always going to come from the Pacific or the Atlantic. That's just Travis Sanheim, a 4th and a 5th for my second. I don't need defense, man. But I really don't want to go through the process of messing with my trade block because... Alright, so we lost 3 straight where we scored 5 goals in 3 games. Oh, I gotta stop yawning. Again, though, 30, 16, and 0, like... If we would lose a couple of these games in overtime, we would look considerably better. But we just beat Edmonton 3-2. Lost to Arizona. We gotta win these division games, though. Florida's who we played in the... Who did we play in the finals? Did we play Florida? No, Florida's who we got Shen from. That's why they ring a bell. 31-19. So we're starting to struggle here a little bit. We're definitely losing more than we're winning, considering we were 30-15. Party and... I don't need defense. That was probably a decent player, but going off his salary alone, he's probably like an 81. I already had McNeven. No, thank you. All right, can we? Oh, there we go. There's some. Let's throw some wins together here. Let's. Honestly, probably should have just go turn scouting notifications off. McDonald. I don't need a goalie, man. Burkhold's doing great as my backup. I'm happy with my team. I think we put together a solid roster here. Won that Stanley Cup. Looks like we're going to be another good playoff team. We've turned it around. We had that little stretch where we looked like we were a mediocre team, but we're 41-21. I mean, we've yet to lose a game in overtime, which I guess is a good thing. I don't know how many games we've gone to overtime in, but Jordan Eberle, $4.4 million for 1 year. He's got decent numbers. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to claim him, and I'm going to put him on the fourth line. I think I have the cap space for him, because he's only a 1 year deal, so he's only going to be here for 2.5 months. His points weren't awful. That was edit lines. I want to go back to, because he's not going to be here, right? He's going to be in the AHL. Yeah. I had to call him up. Roster moves. Do I have to send anybody down? I might have to send somebody down, because again, he makes $4 million. Oh, actually, I don't have to send anybody down. Cool. No, yeah, I do. Shit. Who do I have to send down? Cutler, Johansson. Oh, fuck. I mean, I could just do this. They're all eligible for waivers. Whatever. And they all... One of them got claimed, I think? Yeah, I think one of them got claimed, but that's fine. I think I have injuries turned way too low in this, so... Let's get Eberle in there. And see if he can add some bottom six scoring. I mean, he only had 9 goals, but... He was a plus, and he was probably playing decent minutes. So we just hit the trade deadline, or we hit the trade deadline. Pasternak, 41 points. Again, our offense seems to be down a little bit. Larkin is 40, but again, the plus minuses are what I'm looking at. Like I talked about the intangibles that Kopitar brings. Usually the offense is there for my teams. But this year, our offense isn't great, but we're making up for it by playing solid defense. And I mean, it helps having Shen back there. Shen having a stellar year. We get a back-to-back Vezina Trophy winners, possibly with 2 different goaltenders. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the season. I'm going to order my pizza. Nice big old deep dish. Alright, so let's finish off the season and let's see where we finish. I said we're fighting for the President's Trophy with probably Edmonton and Tampa Bay, if I had to guess. Alright. Oh, back-to-back big losses. We can't have that happen. Can't believe I just spent $30 on pizza. God. Chicago deep dish is expensive. Alright. So we lost those 2 games to Edmonton and Philly, but we answered back pretty strong. We're going to lose big to Ottawa. We're going to be another 50-win team, I'm assuming. We have yeah, there's 50 wins. Alright, so we hit 100 points. We still have yet to lose in overtime. And I don't know if that's a good thing going into the postseason or if it's a bad thing. Can we go an entire season without losing a game in overtime? I think that's the first time I've ever seen an entire season with no overtime losses. We had 106 points and no overtime losses. I don't think I've ever seen that. Our offense, yeah, look at that. See, 2.41. Our offense is just down, but our defense is stellar. We're still, despite scoring probably the least amount of goals we've ever scored, we're still a plus 29 goal differential. Which, if you look at Anaheim, they're a plus 30. So, I mean, they're right there with them. Edmonton really fell off hard. So our goal differential is where it needs to be. Our power play is 15%. So that's probably where the Colin White thing comes into play. But again, we won 53 games. Like, I can't be upset by that. Where did Tampa Bay finish? They win the President's Trophy? No, they finished right ahead of us though. We finished 5th of the 106, and there were 4 teams ahead of us. Damn. All right, let's go look at our end of the year stats. Pastrnak led the team with 58 points, so we definitely had a balanced attack. Because again, 58, 53, 49 for Riley defensively, so he's really coming into his own offensively. Him and Swanson are plus 30s. Jeez. Besser ended up with 26 goals. I mean, not the best, but he still showed that his offense was there. But again, when you've got almost every forward scoring 10 goals. 157 penalty minutes, Cameron. Get out of the box, man. You've got 82 discipline. 89 for Kopitz. I don't know what a high number of penalty minutes is. I assume those are both pretty high. And then Ralph Shen back here, 37 wins, 929. Look at Burkle, 16 wins and a 924, a 199 goals against. So he might not have had the best year, but let's compare him to Matt the Snake. 33 wins, a 928 and a 227. So he was a better goalie. I'm gonna say worth. It's obviously not worth. Boyd would have done so much better here. Colin White, 28 goals, 49 points. So he got back to his goal scoring ways, but his point totals still aren't the best. I don't think 49 points is enough to warrant $7.5 million. That's just my opinion, though. As always, this is where I'm gonna end it, though. It's the end of the year. Oh, let's see who we get matched up with. We're gonna get Vancouver. That's right, 2 versus 3. So we get the Vancouver Canucks yet again in round 1, a team that is built to beat us. We'll see if they're still built to beat us, but that's another video for another day. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Monday for round 1 against the Vancouver Canucks.